Let me ask you a question that might hurt a little. Perhaps it's a question you have been avoiding for a very long time. When you look in the mirror, truly look in the mirror, not to fix your hair, not to check your outfit, but to stare into your own eyes. Do you respect the person staring back at you? It is a brutal question, isn't it? Because the mirror does not lie. It does not listen to your excuses about why you didn't start the business, why you didn't go to the gym, or why you snapped at your family. It only shows you what is. And for too many of us, what stares back is a ghost of our potential, a version of ourselves that settled, that compromised, that decided comfort was more important than calling. We are standing on the edge of 2026, and you have a choice to make right now. You can let the next year be exactly like the last one, filled with good intentions that never turned into action, promises you made to yourself that you broke by noon, and that heavy, sinking feeling in your gut that you are meant for more, but you just can't seem to reach it. Or you can decide that today is the day the old you dies. You can decide to become unrecognizable. But I need to tell you the truth first. And this truth is going to offend you. It might make you want to turn this off. But if you stay, it might just save your life. Here it is. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming. No one is going to wake you up early. No one is going to slap the junk food out of your hand. No one is going to force you to read that book or write that business plan. Your boss doesn't care if you fulfill your potential. The economy doesn't care if you succeed. And the world is too busy with its own chaos to worry about your dreams. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the right time, waiting for support, waiting for a feeling of motivation that they think will magically carry them to the finish line. But motivation is a lie. It is a fairy tale for amateurs. Motivation is unreliable. It disappears when you are tired, when it's cold outside, or when your heart is broken. If you are waiting for someone to give you permission to be great, you will be waiting until they put you in the ground. You have to save yourself. You have to be the one who looks at the mess of your life and says, enough. So how do we do it? How do we take a life that feels stuck, or maybe just okay, and turn it into a masterpiece by 2026? We do not do it by trying to change everything overnight. That is the trap. That is why you failed in January and February, and every Monday you swore would be different. You try to climb the whole mountain in one leap, you get exhausted, you crash, and you quit. The secret, the absolute secret to transforming your life is not speed. It is not intensity. It is consistency. It is the philosophy of the 1%. In that first hour, you must feed your mind. You cannot live on mental candy and expect to build a strong life. You need to nourish your brain with ideas, with wisdom, with strength. Read 10 pages of something that challenges you. Journal your thoughts to get the chaos out of your head. Sit in silence and actually think. Most people don't think, they just react. They run on autopilot. But you are going to pause. You are going to visualize who you want to be. You are going to ask yourself, what good shall I do this day? This morning routine, it isn't just a checklist. It is a ritual of self-respect. It is you looking in the mirror and saying, I value my future more than my sleep. When you win the morning, you walk into the world with armor. The traffic doesn't bother you as much. The rude coworker doesn't derail you. You are centered. You are grounded. You are in control. And that is the first 1%, but it goes deeper than just when you wake up. We have to talk about the voice in your head, the internal dialogue, because you talk to yourself more than you talk to anyone else in the world. And frankly, some of you are saying things to yourselves that you would never say to your worst enemy. I'm so lazy. I always mess this up. I'll never have enough money. You have to kill that negative thinking. You have to understand that your mind is a garden. If you stand guard at the door of your mind, you can choose what enters. But if you leave the gate open, the weeds will take over. The weeds of doubt, the weeds of fear, the weeds of I can't. You don't have to try to grow weeds. They grow automatically if you don't plant flowers. Negativity is automatic. Positivity is a discipline. Every morning, You need to declare war on your old identity. You need to look at yourself and state 10 powerful things to rewrite your software. Tell yourself, I am responsible for my own life and happiness. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming the weather. Responsibility is not a burden. It is a privilege. It means you are the architect, not the victim. Tell yourself, my past does not define my future. I don't care how many times you have failed before. I don't care if you have started 100 diets and quit every one. I don't care if you're broke right now. Your biography is not your destiny unless you choose to live in the rearview mirror, unless you decide to stay chained to a version of you that doesn't exist anymore. Today is a fresh canvas. Paint something new. This requires a level of honesty that most people are terrified of. You have to stop negotiating with your weakness. You know that voice, the one that whispers, you've worked hard, you deserve a break, when you haven't actually finished the job. The voice that says, one donut won't hurt, one missed workout doesn't matter. That voice is a liar. It is trying to keep you safe, small, and comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. Every time you listen to that voice, you vote for the old you. Every time you negotiate with your weakness and say, I'll do it tomorrow, you are training yourself to be a procrastinator. You are building the habit of quitting. And habits are like cables. We weave a thread of it every day. And at last, it becomes so strong we cannot break it. Or it becomes a lifeline that pulls us up. So how do we fix this? We track our actions, not our intentions. The world is full of people with good intentions. The graveyards are full of books that were never written and businesses that were never started by people who intended to do it. Stop judging yourself by what you plan to do and start judging yourself by what you actually did. Did you do the work today? Yes or no? Did you eat the healthy meal? Yes or no? Did you make the sales calls? Yes or no? There is no gray area. You either did it or you didn't. And if you didn't, don't wallow in guilt. Guilt is just another way to waste energy. Just admit it. Look in the mirror and say, I didn't show up today, but I will not let that become a pattern. This is about building a new identity. You are not trying to run more. You are becoming a runner. You are not trying to save money. You are becoming an investor. The goal isn't just to achieve a result. The goal is to become the type of person who can achieve that result. And you do that by stacking small wins. When you choose the salad over the fries, that is a vote for the new you. When you keep your mouth shut instead of arguing, that is a vote for the new you. When you do the push-ups, when you are dead tired, that is a vote for the new you. These small wins create a ripple effect. They build confidence, not the fake confidence that comes from shouting affirmations in a mirror, but real confidence that comes from knowing you keep the promises you make to yourself. But be warned, as you start this journey of 1% improvement, you will face resistance, not just from inside, but from outside. You are going to have to make some hard decisions about the people around you. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people you are around. If you are serious about 2026 being your year, you have to audit your circle. Are the people around you fueling your fire, or are they pissing on it? There are people who drain your energy, who bring nothing but gossip, complaints, and small thinking. They are comfortable in their mediocrity, and when they see you rising, when they see you waking up early and reading books and working on your goals, it makes them uncomfortable. It holds a mirror up to their own lack of discipline, so they will try to pull you back down. They will say, you've changed. They will say, why are you working so hard? Come have a drink, relax. And you have to be strong enough to say, yes, I have changed, and I am not done changing. You have to be willing to walk alone for a while, if that's what it takes. Because it is better to walk alone in the right direction than to follow the herd walking off a cliff. Nobody cares about your dreams as much as you do. Stop waiting for their approval. Stop waiting for them to clap. Work hard in silence and let your success make the noise. You don't need to announce your big plans on social media. You don't need to tell everyone what you're going to do. Just do it. The results will speak for themselves. And while you are doing this work, while you are grinding in the silence, you must master your focus. We live in an age of mass distraction. Your phone is a weapon of mass distraction. It is designed to steal your attention, to monetize your eyeballs, to keep you addicted to the dopamine of the scroll. Stop scrolling and do one useful thing. Every time you pick up that phone to check a notification that doesn't matter, you are stepping off the path of the 1%. You are trading your unique limited time on this earth for a video of a cat or a picture of someone else's vacation. Is that what your life is worth? You need to learn to be bored. You need to learn to sit with a problem until you solve it. You need to learn deep work. Focus is the new IQ. The person who can sit in a room for an hour and do one thing without getting distracted is dangerous. They are the ones who will own the future. But let's get back to the body. Because you cannot have $1 million dream with a minimum wage energy. You have to move. Even if your energy feels low, you move. Motion creates emotion. You don't wait until you feel like working out. You work out and then you feel like it. You don't wait for the energy to come. You generate it. When you are tired, when you want to quit, that is when the real training begins. Doing it when it's easy is nothing. Everyone does it when it's easy. But doing it when your body aches, when your mind is foggy, when the weather is bad, that is when you are building the callus on your mind that David Goggins talks about. That is when you are separating yourself from the 99%. Treat your body like the only vehicle you will ever have. Because it is. You wouldn't pour sand into the gas tank of a Ferrari. So why do you pour junk into your system and expect high performance? Eat right when your body wants to quit. Fuel yourself for the war you are fighting. And remember, this journey, it is not a straight line. You are going to have bad days. You are going to stumble. You are going to have days where you feel like you are going backwards. But the only way to fail is to quit. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They embrace the struggle for a week, maybe a month, but when they don't see the bamboo growing above the ground, they stop watering it. They don't realize that for 5 years, that bamboo is growing roots. It is building a foundation strong enough to hold the height that is coming. You are in the root building phase. You are building the character that can sustain the success you are asking for. If you got the $1 million today without the discipline to keep it, it would destroy you. If you got the success today without the character to handle the pressure, it would crush you. So turn your obstacles into opportunities. When something goes wrong, don't say, why me? Say, what is this trying to teach me? Use the pain, use the rejection, use the doubt. Let it be the fuel that burns in your engine. You have to decide right now that you are building something meaningful, that you are not just a leaf blowing in the wind, but a force of nature. You are building a legacy, and legacy is not built in a day. It is built brick by brick. Think of a bricklayer. He doesn't worry about the whole wall. He worries about laying this one brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid. That is your job today. Lay one brick, read the pages, do the workout, make the call, be kind to your spouse, lay the brick, and then do it again tomorrow. But here is where it gets truly difficult. Here is the trap that catches almost everyone. It is the negotiation. It is the moment when things get hard and you start to make deals with yourself. You start to rationalize. I've been good all week. I can skip today. Nobody is watching. It doesn't matter. You have to stop negotiating with your weakness. You have to kill the part of you that wants to settle. There is a version of you inside that is elite, a version of you that is capable of things you haven't even let yourself dream of yet. But that version is locked behind a door that only discipline can open. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. It is the master key. And discipline is not a punishment. It is a gift you give to your future self. It is loving yourself enough to say no to the immediate pleasure so you can say yes to the ultimate reward. Imagine yourself in December 2026. Truly imagine it. You are standing there, looking in that same mirror, but the reflection is different. The eyes are sharper, the posture is stronger, The bank account is healthier. The relationships are deeper. You look at that person and you feel a surge of pride, not regret. You feel the satisfaction of a promise kept. That person is waiting for you, but they are not going to wait forever. You have to start now, not Monday, not January 1st, now. The clock is ticking and it never ticks backward. Every second you spend hesitating is a second of your life. You are never getting back. 1 hour a day can change your life. 1 hour of studying, 1 hour of working on your side hustle, 1 hour of exercise. If you just dedicated 1 hour a day to your own growth, that is 365 hours a year. That is 9 40-hour work weeks invested in you. Do you think that wouldn't change your life? Of course it would. But you have to be willing to be bored. You have to be willing to do the unsexy work. The work that nobody claps for. You have to fall in love with the process, not just the prize. Because life is not a destination. It is a journey. And if you are always waiting for the destination to be happy, you will spend your whole life miserable. You have to find the joy in the 1%, the joy in the struggle, the joy in the sweat, the joy in the silence of the early morning when you are the only one awake, grinding for a dream that only you can see. You need to develop the no excuses mentality. I'm too tired. No excuse. I don't have time. No excuse. I'm not smart enough. No excuse. Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. You are not too tired. You are uninspired. You are not out of time. You are distracted. You are not unintelligent. You are lazy with your learning. Change your language. Stop saying I can't and start saying how can I. Stop focusing on the problem and start obsessing over the solution. Your mind will find what it looks for. If you look for reasons to quit, you will find a million of them. If you look for a way to win, you will find it. This is a daily battle. You don't win it once and stay a winner forever. You have to win it today, and then you have to wake up and win it again tomorrow. And as you improve, as you start to stack these 1% wins, something magical happens. The compounding effect kicks in. At first, you don't see anything. It's like the ice cube sitting in a room at 25 degrees. You heat it up to 26, nothing. 27, nothing. 28, nothing. You might feel like you are working for nothing, but then you hit 32 degrees and the ice begins to melt. The work you are doing when you don't see results is not wasted. It is being stored. It is building the thermal energy for the breakthrough. So don't you dare quit. Don't you dare look at the lack of immediate results and tell yourself it isn't working. It is working. You are building the roots. You are sharpening the axe. You are becoming, but you have to be vigilant. You have to watch your attitude. Your attitude is the sail of your ship. The same wind blows on us all. The wind of disaster, the wind of opportunity, the wind of change, the economic wind, the political wind. It blows on the rich and the poor alike. The difference is not the blowing of the wind, but the setting of the sail. You cannot control the wind, but you can control your sail. You can control your response. When life knocks you down, and it will knock you down, you have to control your response. Do you stay down and play the victim? Or do you get up, dust yourself off and say, is that all you got? And that question, is that all you got? It changes the dynamic of the fight immediately. It shifts you from a victim into a warrior. Because here is the fundamental truth that you need to burn into your brain if you want to survive the storm that is coming. Between every stimulus and every response, there is a space, and in that space lies your freedom. In that space lies your power to choose. How most people live their lives on autopilot. Something bad happens, the car breaks down, the client cancels, the criticism comes, and boom, they react. They explode, they crumble, or they complain. They are slaves to their emotions. But if you want to be in the top 1% by 2026, you must learn to pause in that space. You must learn to look at the chaos and ask yourself, how do I want to respond to this? What response will serve my future self, not just my present feelings? You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the economy. And you certainly cannot control other people, but you can control the sale. You can control your attitude. And let's be honest about the people around you, because this is where many of you are losing the war. You are trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand because you are surrounded by people who are comfortable in the basement. There comes a time in your life when you have to make a decision, not just about what you want to do, but about who you allow to be around you. Your energy is your most valuable currency. And you have people in your life right now who are draining it, people who bring nothing but gossip, complaints, and small thinking. They are energy vampires. And if you let them stay, you will never reach your full potential. You might think you are being loyal, but loyalty to a toxic past is treason to your future. You have to be ruthless about your circle. Ask yourself, are these people pushing me forward, or are they holding me back? Are they fueling my fire, or are they pissing on it? If they are draining you, if they are making you doubt your own ambition, you have to love them from a distance. You have to protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people you are around. And while you are auditing your circle, you need to audit your mouth. We talk so much about the grind and the hustle, but we rarely talk about the art of connection, the art of communication. You can be the smartest person in the room. You can have the best ideas. You can work the hardest, but if you cannot express your value, you will be ignored. Communication is the bridge between who you are and what the world sees. And most of us, we are terrible at it. We talk, but we don't connect. We hear, but we don't listen. If you want to improve yourself 1% every day, you must become a master of the spoken word and the silent connection. It starts with active listening. Most people do not listen to understand. They listen to reply. They are just waiting for their turn to speak, planning their next sentence while you are pouring your heart out. Stop it. Be present. When someone is talking to you, give them the gift of your full attention. Put the phone away. Look them in the eye. Eye contact is not just about being polite. It is about courage. It is about saying, I see you and I am here with you. When you avoid eye contact, you create a barrier. You signal insecurity or disinterest. But when you hold that gaze, you build trust instantly. You become memorable, not because of what you said, but because of how you made them feel. And when you do speak, think before you open your mouth. We live in a world of noise, where everyone is rushing to have an opinion. Be the person who pauses. Be the person who chooses their words carefully. Use simple words to express complex ideas. You don't need to sound smart. You need to be clear. Clarity is power. If you confuse people, you lose people. The most powerful communicators are those who can take a difficult concept and make it understandable to anyone. This is a skill you can practice every single day. Record yourself speaking. Listen to your voice. It's uncomfortable, yes? Hearing your own voice is always a shock, but it is the only way to hear what the world hears. Fix the ums, fix the ahs, fix the speed. Polish your communication until your words land with the weight of a hammer. But all this external work, the communication, the relationships, it means nothing if you are broken on the inside. We have to talk about the messy middle. You see, starting is easy. Everyone is excited on day one. Everyone posts on social media when they start the diet or launch the business. But what happens on day 17? What happens on day 45 when the excitement has faded, when the results aren't showing and you are tired? That is when most people quit. They quit right before the breakthrough. You have to understand the philosophy of the Chinese bamboo tree. You plant the seed, you water it, you fertilize it, and for 1 year, you see nothing. No growth. Zero. You water it for a second year. Nothing. Third year, nothing. Fourth year, nothing. People will walk by and laugh at you. They will say, you are wasting your time. Nothing is happening, but you keep watering. You keep believing. And then in the 5th year, within a period of 6 weeks, that tree grows 80 feet tall. Now the question is, did it grow 80 feet in 6 weeks, or did it grow 80 feet in 5 years? It grew in 5 years. Because if you had stopped watering it at any point during those quiet years, it would have died in the ground. You are in your watering phase right now. You are building the root system. You cannot see the results yet, but they are happening underground. Do not let the lack of visible progress fool you into thinking you are failing, guiding Ovid. This is why you must measure your progress, not your perfection. If you measure yourself against perfection, you will always lose. You will always feel inadequate. But if you measure yourself against who you were yesterday, you will see the growth. Did you show up today? Did you lay one brick? Then you are winning. Small wins create a ripple effect. They build a fire of belief in your belly. Celebrate the journey, not just the destination. If you only celebrate the finish line, you will be miserable for 99% of your life. Find joy in the sweat. Find joy in the struggle. Find joy in the fact that you are becoming someone who does not quit. And while you are in this struggle, you must stop waiting for support. This is a cold, hard truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody cares about your dreams as much as you do. Stop waiting for your friends to clap. Stop waiting for your family to understand. They might never understand, and that is okay. Your vision was given to you, not to them. You have to be your own biggest fan. You have to believe in yourself when the room is empty and the lights are off. Work hard in silence. We live in a look at me culture. Everyone wants to announce their moves. I'm gonna do this. I'm planning that. Stop talking. Talking drains the energy that should be used for doing. Let your success speak for itself. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who listens, observes, and works in the shadows. When they finally step into the light, their results are so undeniable that no one can question them. Be that person. Build a fortress of competence so strong that you don't need to brag. But to sustain this, to keep going when nobody is watching, you need to fuel the engine. We talked about the mind, but we must talk about the body. You cannot have $1 million ambition with a 10-cent body. Your physical health is the foundation of everything. If your energy is low, your decisions will be weak. If your body is sluggish, your mind will be foggy. You need to look in the mirror and tell the truth. Not the version of the truth that makes you feel good. The raw, naked truth. I have been lazy. I have been making excuses. I have been playing small. Admit it. Own it. There is power in confession, because once you admit where you are, you can chart a course to where you want to go. Stop pretending you are doing your best if you are not. Stop pretending you are busy when you are just distracted. The mirror doesn't lie, and neither should you. You must reconstruct your identity. You have to stop saying, I am trying to quit smoking, and start saying, I am not a smoker. You have to stop saying, I am trying to run, and start saying, I am a runner. Identity drives behavior. You act according to who you believe you are. If you believe you are a procrastinator, you will find a way to delay. If you believe you are a champion, you will find a way to win. You must talk to yourself like a winner. I am the best. I can do anything. My future is bright. These aren't just affirmations. They are commands to your nervous system. You are programming your biocomputer. If you put garbage in, you get garbage out. But if you put in power, conviction, and belief, you will produce results that shock the world. And let's talk about the no excuses mentality. Because excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. I'm too old. I'm too young. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. Lies. All of them. You have the same amount of time as the greatest people in history. It's not about time. It's about priority. It's not about resources. It's about resourcefulness. When you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Do you want to keep your limitations, or do you want to break them? Turn your obstacles into opportunities. When a wall appears in your path, most people turn around. But you are going to look at that wall and say, Good. This wall is here to test how bad I want it. The obstacle is the way, the struggle is the gym where your character is built. Don't wish for fewer problems, wish for more skills. Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. You have to decide right now that you are going to win. Not hope to win, not try to win. Decide. The word decision comes from the Latin root decidere, which means to cut off. When you make a real decision, you cut off every other option. You cut off the option to quit. You cut off the option to fail. You burn the boats. You are going to take the island, or you are going to die trying. And when you have that level of resolve, the universe gets out of your way. So here is the plan for the next 7 days. We are going to build a streak of discipline. For 7 days, you are going to show up for yourself without fail. You are going to do the things you said you would do. You are going to wake up when the alarm rings. No snooze. You are going to move your body. You are going to eat for fuel. You are going to block out 1 hour for deep work. You are going to speak kindly to yourself. Just 7 days. Why 7 days? Because you need to prove to yourself that you can do it. You need to taste the victory. Once you get a taste of what it feels like to be in control, to be disciplined, to be on fire, you will never want to go back to the old you. You will become addicted to progress, and that is a healthy addiction. But be warned, the old you will fight back. Your old habits will try to sneak in the back door. Your old friends might try to pull you down. The voice of mediocrity will whisper, "Just take a break, you've done enough." Do not listen. That voice is a liar. That voice wants to keep you safe, small, and insignificant. You are not built for safe. You are built for great. You need to develop a non-negotiable night routine. How you end the day determines how you start the next one. Don't just crash into sleep with your phone in your hand. Power down. Reflect on the day. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What did I accomplish? What can I do better tomorrow? Plan your next day before you sleep. Lay out your clothes. Write down your top 3 priorities. When you wake up, you don't want to be thinking, you want to be executing. This is about living intentionally. It is about taking the pen out of the hand of circumstance and writing your own story. It is about realizing that life is precious and fragile. We think we have time, but we don't. We are running out of time every single second. Don't waste another moment being unhappy, being unfulfilled, being less than you were created to be. You were born to do great things. Do you feel that pull in your gut? That restlessness? That is your potential demanding to be released. Do not let it die inside you. The graveyard is the richest place on earth, filled with books never written, businesses never started, inventions never created. Don't add to that wealth. Die empty. Give everything you have while you are here. Imagine yourself at the end of 2026. You are standing on the mountaintop of your year. You look back at the valley you climbed. You see the early mornings. You see the sacrifices. You see the moments you wanted to quit but didn't. And you smile because you know you didn't leave anything on the table. You gave it your all. You improved 1% every day. And now you are unrecognizable. But that future, it doesn't exist yet. It is just a dream. To make it real, you have to act. You have to start. Not Monday, not tomorrow, now. So I ask you again, when you look in the mirror, are you ready to tell the truth? Are you ready to kill the excuses? Are you ready to do the hard things in the dark so you can shine in the light? The clock is ticking, the world is moving. The 1% are working. Are you with them? It's time to get to work. But the work doesn't stop with your attitude. And it doesn't stop with your body. We have to talk about your environment. Look around you right now. Look at your room, your desk, your car. What do you see? Is it order or is it chaos? You cannot expect to have a clear, focused, $1 million mind while living in a cluttered, chaotic $10 environment. Your external world is a direct reflection of your internal state. If your room is messy, your mind is messy. If your car is filled with trash, your discipline is trash. It sounds harsh, but it is the truth. You are tolerating disorder. And when you tolerate disorder in your physical space, you are training your brain to tolerate disorder in your life. You are telling your subconscious that you are not worth the effort of organization. So part of your 1% improvement today is simple. Clean your space. Before you try to fix your entire life, fix your bed. Organize your drawer. Throw away the receipts that have been sitting in your cup holder for 3 months. When you bring order to your environment, you bring peace to your mind. You create a vacuum for success to enter. You cannot build a skyscraper on a pile of rubble. Clear the debris. It is an act of dominion. It is you saying, I am in control of my space. And that feeling of control will bleed into your work, your relationships, and your habits. And once you have cleared the physical clutter, you must clear the mental clutter by becoming a student, a relentless, obsessive student of life. Most people stop learning the day they leave school. They think education is a period of life, but successful people know that education is a way of life. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. You need to build a library. And I don't just mean a stack of books that look good on a shelf or a Zoom background. I mean a library of wisdom that you actually consume. You need to feed your mind. We talked about feeding the body, but what are you feeding your brain? Are you living on mental candy? Are you feeding your mind gossip, clickbait, and reality TV? If you feed your body junk, you get sick. If you feed your mind junk, your life gets sick. You need to read. And don't just read the things that agree with you. That is a trap that makes you weak. Read history. Read philosophy. Read the arguments for and against. Read about the lives of great men and women, both the good kings and the bad kings, so you can learn what to emulate and what to destroy in yourself. Don't be a follower, be a student. Read the books and make up your own mind. Make sure that what you finally do is the product of your own conclusion, not just something you heard on a podcast and blindly accepted. 1 hour a day. That is the formula. If you invested just 1 hour a day in learning a high-value skill, in reading about your industry, in studying human psychology, in 1 year, that is 365 hours. That is 9 full-time work weeks of extra education. Do you think that wouldn't separate you from the pack? While they are watching the game, you are studying the game. While they are scrolling, you are growing. Knowledge is the one asset that can never be taken away from you. You can lose your job, you can lose your money, the economy can crash, but no one can take away what you know and who you have become. But all this input, all this reading and learning, it requires space to process. And this brings us to a lost art in our modern world, solitude. You need to learn to be alone. We are terrified of silence. We fill every second with noise, podcasts, music, scrolling, because we are afraid of what we might hear if the noise stops. We are afraid of our own thoughts, but you cannot grow in the noise. You grow in the silence. Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, the greatest minds in history, understood the power of solitude. Da Vinci said that if you are alone, you belong entirely to yourself, but if you are accompanied by even one companion, you belong only half to yourself. In the early morning, before the chaos starts, or late at night when the world is asleep, find that pocket of silence. Sit with your thoughts. Ask yourself the hard questions. Am I happy? Is this the path I want? What am I avoiding? The answers are there, but they speak in a whisper. You can't hear the whisper if the TV is on. You need to disconnect to reconnect. Solitude is where you find your vision. It is where you find your why. And without a why, you will not survive the how. And in that silence, you need a tool to capture the chaos and turn it into order. You need to write. You need to journal. I don't mean writing Dear Diary, today was nice. I mean writing to solve problems. I mean getting the poison out of your head and onto the paper. When you keep your worries in your head, they loop, they grow, they become monsters in the dark. But when you write them down, you trap them. You make them small. You can look at them objectively and say, Is this really a problem, or am I just afraid? Journaling is not just for writers, it is for warriors. It is how you track your life. A life worth living is a life worth recording. If you don't record your life, the lessons vanish. You make the same mistakes in 2026 that you made in 2024 because you forgot the lesson. Write down your wins so you can remember you are capable. Write down your losses so you don't repeat them. Write down your goals so they become real. Clarity on paper becomes focus in action. Now let's talk about a 1% improvement that most people ignore until it's too late. Your finances. You cannot be free if you are a slave to debt. You cannot be focused on your purpose if you are stressed about paying the rent. Financial discipline is a spiritual discipline. It is about self-control. The rule is simple, yet almost no one follows it. Spend less than you earn and invest the rest. It sounds boring, doesn't it? It's not sexy, but it is the path to freedom. Every time you buy something you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't like, you are trading your future freedom for a moment of dopamine. Stop it. You have to look at your bank account with the same honesty you look in the mirror. Where is the leakage? Where are you being weak? Financial success is not just about making more money. It is about keeping more of what you make. It requires the willingness to delay gratification, to say no to the shiny object today, so you can say yes to choices tomorrow. Improve your finances 1% a day by tracking where your money goes, by saving that $1, by reading that one book on investing. Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. You must master it, or it will master you. And as you build these habits, the cleaning, the learning, the solitude, the saving, you must understand the most critical concept of all. You must work hard in silence. We live in a culture of noise. Everyone is broadcasting their moves. I'm grinding. I'm hustling. Watch me work. Stop announcing your plans. Stop looking for applause for things you haven't even done yet. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who is quiet, the one who is observing, the one who is working while everyone else is talking. Work in the dark, build in the shadows, let your results make the noise. When you talk about your goals too much, your brain gets a premature hit of satisfaction. It feels like you've already achieved it, so you lose the drive to actually do the work. Keep that energy contained. Let the pressure build. Use that pressure to propel you forward. Nobody cares about your story until you win. So win. Then you can tell the story. There will be days when you feel like nobody is watching, and therefore it doesn't matter if you cut a corner. It doesn't matter if you skip the last rep. It doesn't matter if you eat the junk food. Nobody will know, but you will know. And that is the only opinion that matters. Character is what you do when the lights are off. Character is what you do when there is no Instagram story to document it. Every time you cheat yourself, you erode your own self-respect. You create a crack in your foundation. But every time you hold the line, every time you do the hard thing when nobody is looking, you build a fortress of self-belief. You walk different when you know you aren't a fraud. You speak different when you know you have paid the price in the dark. So here we are. The year 2026 is approaching. You have the tools. You understand the math of the 1%. You know that the morning is your battlefield, that your mind is a garden, that your circle is your destiny. But knowing is not enough. Knowing without doing is delusion. You can listen to this speech 1,000 times. You can nod your head. You can feel inspired. But if you turn this off and go back to your old habits, nothing changes. The magic is not in the information. The magic is in the execution. You have to make a decision. And I mean a real decision. The word decision comes from the Latin decidere, which means to cut off. It means you cut off any other possibility. You cut off the possibility of retreating. You cut off the possibility of staying the same. You burn the boats. You are taking the island, or you are dying on the beach. There is no plan B. Plan B is just a distraction from plan A. Imagine your life as a canvas. Every morning, you wake up and you are handed a brush. The white space is today. What will you paint? Will you paint another day of excuses? Another day of I'll start tomorrow? Another day of mediocrity? Or will you paint a masterpiece of discipline, of love, of grit, of growth? The brush is in your hand. The paint is your choices. The canvas is your time. And time is running out. We think we have forever, but we don't. We are dying from the moment we are born. The clock is ticking on your potential. Don't let your dreams die in the graveyard of someday. Stop negotiating with your weakness. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It will never be perfect. Start messy. Start scared. Start broken. Just start. This is your life. It is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a do-over. This is it. So as you step into 26, I challenge you, be the 1%. Be the person who does what others won't, so you can live like others can't. Improve yourself, push yourself, love yourself enough to demand the best from yourself. Look in the mirror one last time, that person staring back at you. That is your only competition. Beat him, beat her, outwork yesterday's version of you. Go make yourself unrecognizable. The world is waiting. Your future is waiting. Now, go.